Alright, Jimmy.
KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD.
KD9MED.
Start recording.
Alright, Jimmy, we're live streaming. Go for it.
Okay, Mike. The Friday Night Funnet is on the air. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the special heat wave edition of the Friday Night Funnet on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9RFD. I'm located in Freeport. I'll be your net control station this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications when situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net for use repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you in the net. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, June the 17th, 2022. And if you have, those of you who have internet capability, that this net is being live streamed around the world on the internet, and it's being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central and follow the instructions. You'll be in business. Those of you who are checking in via the internet, Mike, K9MED in Rochelle, is live streaming this on the internet. Check in the net via the internet, and he will relay your check-in to me via the radio. That's how we do it. Also, if you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access, just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FNFN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on mobile stations. If you have family time, you're at a constraint, you're driving, or you have something else going on that you can't stay for the net, we'll take your short time on mobile check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After we get done with short time on mobile check-ins, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides at Hamfest, or marathons. Then we'll do our regular features. We'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He used to have a Saturday evening tech net many years ago on the 43.275 repeater here in Freeport, and later on he and Tony, K9RFD, hosted a tech net on the 145 110 repeater in Monroe. Carl read articles about ham radio and propagation, electrical principles, what have you, out of different publications. This is our TechNet portion of the Friday Night Fun Net. Those of you new hams just got into this hobby, or you young hams, or you have any questions? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio or mobile unit should you get? If you have technical questions, we'll try to do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked in his net, he always had a DX report to pass along. Also, we'll have our Wednesday. No. What am I saying here? We'll have our swap net portion. I got the Wednesday evening swap net on my mind, folks. But anyway, we'll have a swap net portion. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, raps, radio, or computers, we'll do that. Okay, the round table. What are you doing to beat the heat, to keep cool during this heat wave? It's taking a brief break now, but it'll be back this coming Monday. Temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday will be in the upper 90s, near 100. So just keep that in mind. What are you doing to keep the heat? Are you staying in? You're drinking lemonade, or beer, or your favorite beverage, or how you beating the heat? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I think I'm going to do my survey. Do you like would you rather have this 95 to 100 degree weather, or would you rather have 20 degrees below zero? That's what we'll talk about tonight. Okay, well, all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobile stations I'd like to check in? Please call now.
K9VU, Michael in Janesville, no traffic.
K9VU, okay, Mike. In Janesville, I've got you checked in. Before I let you go, what are you doing to beat the heat?
Well, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just bearing the heat. I got my door open, my apartment door open. It's cooler in the hallway than it is in my apartment. I feel a breeze, though. I feel a cool breeze coming through here, so maybe it'll cool down. I got a fan, and I don't use the air conditioning very much. It's too much money. Too much money. AA9VU, back to net.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Now, do you like this weather, or would you rather have it 20 degrees below zero?
Well, I guess we got to take it one way or the other. Whichever, you can put on more clothes in the winter, but you can't take off many more in the summer. So I guess you just got to bear with it.
Okay, Mike, I put you down as being in between. You have a good evening, enjoy your weekend. Well, don't forget to the Saturday evening rag tune net tomorrow evening here at 8 o'clock on this repeater. So hopefully we'll catch you then. If not, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you down the log. Thanks for checking in. Okay, are there any more short-time mobile stations I'd like to check in? Please call now.
K9KZT, Larry.
K9KZT, Larry. Okay, Larry, got you checked in. The king of CW. Oh, okay, Larry. We got you checked in a short time. How are you beating the heat?
Well, I'm sitting in front of a fan right now, and spent a lot of time today in my basement workshop, so it was not bad at all, and I don't have air conditioner either. K9KZT, back to you.
Okay, K9KZT. You like this weather, or would you rather have it cold, at 20 degrees below zero?
Yes.
You say yes, you'd rather have it 20 degrees below zero?
I think so. It doesn't really make much difference. Fortunately, I don't have to shovel the heat or, stuff like that. Take it as it comes. K9KZT. Fun to complain about it, though.
I hear you. Okay, Larry, I put you down as being in between. Thanks for checking in, Larry. If you get a chance, you're welcome to check back in. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul Spark.
K9QPL, Paul Wells Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in. Okay, what are you doing to beat the heat?
Well, we're staying inside and air conditioners running, and hopefully we'll be able to pay the electric bill.
I hear you. Do you like this weather, or would you rather have it cold, like the wintertime temperature, like the 20 degrees below zero?
Well, I don't like it this hot, and I don't like it that cold. Put me in between there someplace.
Okay, Paul, I'll put you down as being in between. You have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Network. Definitely talk to you tomorrow night during the rag tune nets. Have a good evening. Any more short time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on now. Okay, there being no more short time mobile stations, let's go with general check-ins. Do we have any general check-ins who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9HDX, no traffic.
K9HDX, Larry and Roscoe. Got you checked in, Larry. I'll get back to you a few minutes around there. Well, thanks for checking in. There was another station trying to check in. Another station, come back, please.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg and Rockford.
And Rockford, got you checked in. Carrie, I'll get back to you a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Was there another station trying to check in? Another station, come back, please.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg and Rockford.
N9GBP, Greg and Robert got you checked in. Greg, I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois, the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on now.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Mike and Rochelle. He's live streaming this net it's being the broadcast around the world via the internet, and also it's being Mike is also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Okay, Mike, I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable, and thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins for Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now. Okay, one more time. Any stations in southern Wisconsin would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around there. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins in southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Well, I suppose everybody's taking advantage of what the cooler days we're going to have, so everybody's at their favorite bar. This is Friday Night Fish Friday night in Wisconsin. You know where everybody's at. Their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern needs their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, the crappies. Those you in the Milwaukee area, you're in your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, or Braunschweiger, of course, your cheese lovers for eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, I will take chickens from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Nest. Please go now.
November 9, Eagle Eagle.
It sounds like we got two stations trying to check in at the same time. Let's try that one more time, please. Okay, last station trying to check in to the Friday Night Fun Net. Come back. Okay, one more time for each. I'll take the general checks from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go on. Okay, the only traffic I really have is let's see, Lloyd, KB9APW, the EC emergency coordinator for IEMA region 2, he's down in Sterling, is looking for an EC. If somebody would like to take over as emergency coordinator for Winnebago County. If anybody wants to become the EC in Winnebago County, please contact Lloyd KB9APW. So we'll see. If you missed the Saturday evening radio net last Saturday, we were talking about the field day. It ended up being a conversation about emergency communications. Lloyd, KB9APW, checked in the radio net for the first time. He was giving us this, talking about different stuff about the emergency communications, the field days, and what have you. That was a great net we had last Saturday night. Okay. Does anybody else have any traffic that you'd like to pass along for the net? Okay. Let's stand by here. By the way, in case if anybody's interested, I'm using red and orange 8 there for like the colors of the heat. I'm no longer to buy. I always buy paper mate flare pens or different colors down at Wagner's Office Supply here in Freeport. Well, the company that makes them are no longer making orange pens. So what I'm doing, I bought when I was at the store, I bought some Crayola crayons and colored marker pencils there and what have you. So I'm using a Crayola product there for my orange ink. So that's how it goes. Okay, let's move on. Let's go ahead with our TechNet, the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a mobile unit should I get, or what kind of a base radio should I get? You have technical questions? We'll try to answer for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, nobody has any technical questions, so we'll move on to the next segment, the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner, in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked into the Friday Night Fun Net, he always had the DX report to pass along. So, does anybody have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along at this time?
AC9NW.
H9NW. Okay, Tom, what do you got for us?
Earlier this week, I worked Janez in Slovenia on 20 meters, single sideband with 10 watts. And I got a 5.7 report back from him. So my antenna must be doing its job. AC9NW, back to net.
Okay, that wouldn't have been the Sierra 5-1 Delta X-ray one, wasn't it?
That's the one. He has a brother that's S57 Delta X-ray, so, and there's another brother too, but I very seldom hear him. AC9NW.
I know all about them. Giannis was on the air last night on 20 meters. This was during the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour. So, okay, I talked to both those stations, Giannis and his brother, the Sierra 5-7 DX. So, okay, that's for sure. Last night, there was a station in Cumberland County, North Carolina. I got his call written down here. He was giving me a 9, but he was coming in beautiful. But I could not make contact to save my soul. Other stations were trying to make contact. So, hey, Tom, H9NW, thank you for your DX report. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along?
N9GBP.
N9GBP. Okay, Greg, what do you got for us?
Well, the other day I got a QSL card in the mail from R5AJ Valery in Moscow, Russia, and then I heard him on again a couple nights ago, so I talked to him again and thanked him for sending the card. So that was pretty neat. And I also got a card this week from S57DX that you guys were just talking about.
Well, that's Giannis' the brother. That sounds good. That's wonderful. Did you ever get that QSL card from Western Sahara yet?
I did get that one. It's pretty neat. I really like getting these far-off ones.
That is wonderful. That's great. That's great. Okay, Greg, thank you for your DX report. We'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Does any other station have any DX reports you'd like to pass along? KD9MED, Carrie, do you have any DX reports to pass along, or did something else come up that you weren't able to make it?
This is KD9MED. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. No, Jimmy, I've been slacking off. I'm sorry. I switched my station over to my field day setup, so I've been running that instead of my usual base station setup, and it's just not as much fun as my usual base station, so I haven't worked it very much. But after this month is over, after field day, I'll switch back over to the Flex and I'll get back into it again full steam. Thanks for asking. KD9MED.
You're welcome, Carrie. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun at the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun at Central Report. Okay, speaking of field day, next Friday night, it's going to be our annual field day edition of the Friday Night Fun. And I'm going to be asking everybody where they're going to be going, where they're going to be doing field days. That'll be a fun time next Friday night. Yeah, after field day, we got Canada Day on the July 1st, and of course we got 13 colonies. And I don't know if I'm going to get involved with that this year or not. Carrie, thank you very much for sending me that certificate last year. I got it hanging up on the wall, so I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to get involved in that this year or not.
Oh, are you gonna stop down at Oakdale? I guess that's where they're having it this year.
Yes, I am. That's where you were at 3 years ago. That's where we're going to have our field day at Oakdale Nature Preserve. Norm, K9NVN here in Stevenson County is getting it to set up. Let's see, he's going to, at least we got 2 radios that I know of. We're going to have a potluck. And by the way, anybody's welcome to come. You're welcome to come to Oakdale next Saturday. Bring a dish to pass. It doesn't matter. Well, we're going to have our potluck at noon, and we'll get the field day activities underway at 1 o'clock. So we're going to look for a nighttime operator. If there's one available, I will stay overnight there. So okay, Carrie, you're more than welcome to come over here if you like.
This is KD9MED. Yeah, I already talked to Norm. The thing is I'm going to be working more or less full time up in Roscoe, so I won't be able to come down and visit you guys this year. By the way, if you folks who've never been to Oakdale, it's a beautiful preserve, beautiful forest preserve with lots of trail. And they have that historic Chautauqua building there, which has just recently been saved from demolition, I guess, at least for the time being. So that's something to see when you're out there too. It's a lovely place. KD9MED.
Yes, it is, Carol. They made a lot of improvements out there. They got paved the parking lot. They got in bathrooms with running water, and yes, they received extra grant money for the tabernacle. In fact, they did some work of restoring it a little bit. They're going to get set up a foundation to preserve it. Yeah, the park board had hired a contractor to demolish the building. Then along came word that they got grant money was coming their way. The one condition of getting that grant money, they were not to tear down that tabernacle, so they didn't. That's good. They got fixed up nice there, so that on the recent news broadcast they showed the insides of it. That sure is a beautiful building they got. Okay, Carrie, I understand you're going to be at Roscoe, so don't worry about it. We'll be thinking about you. And thanks for your DX report, even though you didn't make any. Thanks.
You know, that story about the building at Oakdale, it got me to look up the Chautauqua movement in the United States, which ran from maybe the 1870s to the 1920s, roughly. And it's fascinating. I didn't know anything about it until I looked it up just recently. It's something to read about. KD9MED.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, the great evangelist back in the day, Billy Sunday came to Freeport. He was those of you who never heard of him, he was a preacher. At one time, he was a former big league baseball player who turned an evangelist. You might as well say he was kind of the Billy Graham of that day. But he used to go all over the country. He was America's most prominent preacher back in the day. Billy Sunday. Yep. So okay. Okay, Kerry. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes at the round table. Does any other station have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay, let's go ahead with the swap net. All items you bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All items you be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention the prices over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Is there a station with swap net traffic at this time? Please call now. Okay, at this time, let's go into the round table. What are you doing to beat the heat this week and this coming week? You got a cold drink in your hand, you stay indoors, or how do you handle it? Let's see it. KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, what do you say? How are you beating the heat?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Well, good evening, Jim, and everyone on the net tonight. You know, when it gets really, really hot, I just stay inside and keep the air conditioning running. We have to run the air conditioner here a little more regularly than a lot of people would, just because my wife has to have it for her to be able to breathe right. So we have it run all the time anyway, and so I just stay inside when it gets up in the upper 90s like it was a couple days, brief reset. And as far as the second part of your question, I think you know the answer for me, Jim. I like it cold. I much prefer 20 below to the 95 degrees. As somebody said earlier this evening, I can always put on enough clothes to be comfortable out in 20 below, but you can only take off so many clothes. In fact, I was out there working today, and it wasn't that hot today, but man, oh man, it was just pouring out of me, and I just about did myself in. So I will be one and done tonight, Jim, because I'm running a little tired from being outside today. So just one done tonight. Back to you, K9GCR, KD9HKX.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Larry 73, have a good evening. We'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening at Rag Tune Net. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, what are you doing to beat the heat?
Well, just staying in the air conditioning, and as far as the second part of the question goes, I prefer the heat, mainly because if I get cold, my arthritis really aches. I get really achy and sore and can barely move. And the heat, I get a little uncomfortable, but I actually feel better than I do when I'm cold. AC9NW, back to net.
Okay, sounds good there, Tom. All right. It's tied 1-1 between the cold and the heat. So okay, we'll move on here. Thanks for taking in, Tom. Okay, Kerry, KD9MED. How are you beating the heat?
Past couple of years, I've turned into an indoorsman. I don't ever go outside, so I just sit here staring at computer screens for 12, 16 hours a day. And I've got a little bitty air conditioner here. It doesn't cool the whole house, but it cools where I sit when I'm staring at the screen. Brief reset. This is KD9MED. If the choices are minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit between that and 95 degrees Fahrenheit, I guess I'd have to choose the 95, not because it's particularly comfortable, but minus 20 can kill you. You know, minus 20 is lethal weather for most people. 95 would kill a few people, but minus 20 would kill everybody, you know, so I guess between those two extremes, I'd have to go with the 95. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good there, Kerry. Okay, it's 2-1 in favor of the heat. So okay, sounds good, Kerry. I'm sure we'll hear from you later on during the night when I do the trivia segment here. So okay. Speaking of which, next Saturday down in Ogle County at the Ogle County Airport, they're having their field day activities, and there's also going to be a VE testing session. I'm not sure what the time of day they're going to have it, but if anybody's interested, they're studying for their ham radio license, they're looking for a place to test, go down to the Ogle County Airport between Mount Morrison, Oregon, I believe it's on Route 64, and you can take as the field day activities, and there'll be a VE, take your test down there. So, okay, sounds good. Let's move on. N9GBP, Greg, how are you beating the heat?
N9GBP here. Well, I tell you, I'm staying in mostly, and that's about it. Haven't had much to do outdoors lately, so that's a good thing in this heat. But as for your question, I prefer it a little on the chilly side because I can always, throw on a sweatshirt or something. But to be honest, I don't like it too hot or too cold. If it's below 70 degrees, I start to get cranky, and the same thing happens if it's above 72. So I think I just belong in a weather-conditioned indoor place. Anyway, back to you, Jimmy.
Okay, Greg, I'll put you down as being in between. In between. Okay, we'll put it that way. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for checking in, Greg. Okay, Mike, KD9MED, who's live streaming this net around the world on the internet and recording this for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. What are you doing? How are you handling the heat? What are you doing?
KD9MED here. Well, Jimmy, I'm working, and for once, I'm working at a place where it's the air is conditioned. I don't mean cold, but it's regulated. So I'm very, very thankful that I'm not out in the heat like that. Brief reset. That being said, I don't mind the heat too much, but I don't really care for the humidity like we had a couple days ago. That was really bad. But the heat's not too bad as far as like freezing temperatures. Well, as long as we're not into like a cold snap, like an Arctic cold snap or something like that, I don't mind too much otherwise. But just brief reset here. Just staying, in the shade and, drinking water and taking it easy. And, that's about it. That's how I'm dealing with it. This is KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, so what will I put you down as? You're being like the heat or kind of in between?
Oh, kind of in between. I'll sit here and I prefer 70-degree days mostly. That's what I go for.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, here's the count as it stands. Okay, thanks for checking in there, Mike. I'm sure we'll probably hear you during the trivia thing. But okay, here's as it stands now. 2-1 in favor of the heat over the cold. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 stations in between. Okay, let's go ahead. Norm, KC9RGG. What are you doing? How are you handling the heat? What are you doing?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Jim, I handle the heat just fine. I'm down here in the basement in the radio shack, and I'm talking to you. It's nice and cool down here.
Okay, sounds good. Next question. Do you like this kind of weather, the warm, humid weather, or would you rather have it cold, like 20 degrees below zero?
Jim, give me 20 degrees below zero anytime over the heat. A number of years ago, I spent 3 days up in the Foundry Waters in northern Minnesota on a dog sled trip in January. It was minus 20 when we got up in the morning, and it was invigorating. It got us moving, we got the dogs moving, and we pushed on down the trail, and that was the best darn trip I ever had.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Norm, I got you down as being for a cold. So okay, all right. It's tied between the cold and 2-2 between the heat and the cold, and 4 stations in between. Norm, I better let you go so you can hit the sack. Thank you, bud. And by the way, what are you going to do? Are you going to sleep in your air-conditioned Amtrak, or what are you going to do?
No, Jim, I'm going to go upstairs. It's getting dark outside. It's getting cooler. I'll just open the window and I'll sleep very comfortably tonight. You know me, I go to bed with the chickens.
Okay. Sounds good, Norm. Okay, we'll let you go so you can hit the sack. 7-3, thank you for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
W9JTC. Good evening, Jimmy.
Jim.
Okay, stations stand by. W9JTC, Jamie and Robert have got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. There are a couple of other stations who wanted to check in. Other stations, come back, please.
KD9GTR.
Okay, Scott, K9YI, I recognize your voice. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. There was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back. Okay, I guess not. Okay, Scott, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. W9JTC, Jamie and Rockford, what's going on with you? How are you handling the heat? What are you doing to beat the heat?
Well, good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net, W9JTC. Boy, you know, it hasn't been too bad. There's been a couple of days where, yeah, that high humidity and stuff, I stay in, but, you know, the mornings is always the best time if I got to get out and do anything outside. I plan to do that tomorrow. I got one more shrub to dig out, and I'm going to do that tomorrow morning, because I guess we're supposed to be down in the low 60s or high 50s by morning, so that'll be a perfect time for me to get it done. Heat doesn't really bother me unless it gets up into the 90s, and you know, and then I kind of, I don't know, I don't have as much tolerance for it as I used to, but I'll still take this over the 20 degrees below zero any day of the week. I can't deal with cold. It just I don't know, makes me stiffen up and joints hurt and everything, and I just don't like it. So that's my 2 cents, Jimmy. You have another question for me, I think. Go ahead.
Those are my 2 questions. That was it. How you handle the heat, and would you rather have this or 20 degrees below zero? I've got you down as being in favor of the heat. So okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 to 2 in favor of the heat, and 5 stations being in between. Okay, now, one more question. How is the missus doing?
Okay, Jimmy. Well, the missus seems to be coming along. It's they got a new dressing type, wound dressing that we're using, and it seems to be helping. I think we're on that final stretch. I think we're done with the wound vac. It looks like we don't need it. We go back to see the surgeon on Monday, and as long as we can keep the redness out and just keep it like it looks now, I think he'll be pretty content. I don't know if they're going to have to do a skin graft or not. I'm kind of suspecting he might have to do that, but it's not going to be a major one, that's for sure. So she's getting there. She's ready. She said she's ready to get this over with so she can start building up the leg muscles and get back to life and stop being trapped in the upstairs of the house. Thanks for asking, Jimmy, and thanks for all the prayers, sir. 73 to you and everybody on the net. I'll be listening along. W9JTC.
Okay, Jamie, you're welcome. Thanks for the good news concerning the missus there. Yes, we're going to continue to keep praying for her until she gets well completely. Thanks for checking in, Jamie. Well, by the way, maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening rag chew net. So Larry, K9KZT will be net control of that net. So, okay. Thanks for checking in. Scott, KC9Y Monroe, what's going on with you? How are you handling this heat wave? What are you doing to beat the heat?
Well, hi, Jim, and everybody on the net. Well, we just had supper, and so now nice and full again, and got a nice big glass of ice water here. So that's kind of one way to beat the heat. But we went to Door County, and of course that's not going to work for the entire summer because it'll get warm up there too. But boy, it was beautiful, just gorgeous. The storms were south of us; they hit Green Bay, but we were fortunate. I saw quite a few downed trees north of Portage. There was an area there where actually some of them fell into the interstate. But anyway, it was just the first time I was up there this time of year, and earlier in the summer, and the lake is still very cold, and not too many people venturing out to go swimming, and the wind was coming off the lake. And on the east side of the peninsula, it was like 65 degrees. And on the other side of the peninsula, there one day it was like 85, and then you go on the east side and it was 70. And so the beach and the cool Lake Michigan breezes right now are like a built-in air conditioner, a natural air conditioner. But like I say, I don't know just how long it'll take for the lake to warm up. But it was beautiful up there, and we really enjoyed it. As far as which one I like better, when I was younger, I liked the heat better than the cold. But to be honest with you, Jim, now that I'm older, I don't like extreme heat, and I don't like extreme cold. I just can't take either one. But if I had to choose one of the two evils, I would probably go for the warmer times of the year. But it's getting to be where I'm inside in the air conditioning in the summer, and I'm in where the heat is in the wintertime. KC9GCR in the net. This is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, sounds good. I being in between, so okay, sounds good. Okay, here's where it stands. Let's see. One, two, three. 3 stations like the heat. 1, 2, and 2 stations like it's 3 to 2 in favor of the heat, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stations in between. Scott, you have a good evening. And thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you this coming Sunday night on the Green County Net.
Real good, Jim. Everybody enjoy the nice weekend that I think we're going to get. So we'll catch you guys later. This is KC9YI.
Thanks, Scott, for checking. Okay, any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? You're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just came home, turned your radio on, you've been copying the mail for the last 50 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region with drop traffic. Please call K9GCR.
Hey, KC9GCR. This is KD9V as in Victor, Bravo, X-ray in Janesville, Wisconsin. Hey, Jimmy, and Scott.
Erica, K9VBS, I got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a minute. I think there was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back, please.
I don't know if you heard me, Jimmy. W9AXD. Copy.
November 9, Italy, Golf Papa.
I've got 3 stations checked in. KD9VBX, Erica and Boyd, or in Janesville, I should say, got you checked in. W9AXD Chad, also in Janesville, I've got you checked in. November 9 IGP, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you. Okay, Aaron, I'll get back to both of you in a few minutes. Thanks for all 3 of you for checking in. KD9VBX, what is going on with you?
Hey, happy Friday and happy Father's Day to everybody. What's going on with me? Well, we're keeping busy. We're packing to move to a different location in Janesville. And soon enough, we're going to be celebrating my grandmother's 98th birthday, July 1st. So that's what's going on in my life.
That is terrific. Congratulations to your grandmother on celebrating her 98th birthday. She got 2 more years to be 100, so let's hope she makes it. Okay, I'm asking everybody, what are you doing to beat the heat?
What we're doing to beat the heat is enjoying air conditioning and eating a lot of ice cream.
That's good. Oh, okay, no, wait just a minute. I gotta write down. Okay. KD9VDX. Okay, VBX, I should say. We got another ham in Rockland, new ham. It's called KD9 Victor Delta X-ray. So, okay, we got you. What do you like the hot weather, or do you like the 95 to 100 degree weather? Would you rather have it cold, like 20 degrees below zero?
Hang on, Jimmy, here she is.
Come back.
Jimmy?
Sorry, we doubled. Come back.
What was the question? I didn't hear the second question.
Okay, the second question I'm asking. Do you like the 95 to 100 degree weather, or would you rather have it cold, like 20 degrees below zero?
That's a horrible question. I'll take 95 degrees if it's no humidity. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, I put you down as in the heat column. Okay, here's how it stands now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stations. Let's see. Okay, just a minute. 4 to 2 in favor of the heat, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations in between. Okay. Erica, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you again. W9AXD Chad, what's going on with you? How are you beating the heat?
At our house on the 30th of June, so we're trying to pack, and of course it never seems to go fast enough. And so moving to the south side of Janesville, and we're in the process when we move to put up a 60-foot tower there. So it's something I've wanted, is to put up a tower, which is good. So get that up, hopefully in a couple months after we move. And see, to beat the heat, probably the same as everybody else, stay in the air conditioning, and you know, that's about it really for that. And like Erica said, eating a lot of ice cream, although that's not diabetic friendly, but you know, hey, gotta live once in a while. And the other question, Jimmy, I'll get that answered quick. Do I prefer 95 degrees or 20 below? I'm going to go somewhere in between. I don't mind the heat at all, but if it's 75, 80 degrees, there's no humidity and sunny, that's perfect. But to answer your question, honestly, I'd prefer it be warm. So Back to that, W9AXD.
Okay, Chad, sounds good. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Day. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Here's where it stands now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 2 in favor of the heat versus the cold, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stations in between. Okay, Chad, thanks for checking in. Now, K9RFD. Good evening. What is going on with you?
Good evening, one and all. Good evening, Jimmy. It's been a while for me coming out of the net. Finally got an antenna up here after being absent of the net for quite a while. So in any case, I would rather, tell you the truth, be cold. And one of the reasons I'd rather be in the 20 degrees, as long as I have, you know, something to heat my house with and not being too expensive. But I like snuggling up real close to my wife at night. So in the heat like that, it's not going to be good. But when it's cold, it's a good deal. Let's see, nothing else going on. Just overcoming some COVID. This is the first day that I really felt good from the. I came down with COVID on Monday, and it was under the weather for quite a number of days. And probably can still hear it in my voice, but doing much better. Back to you, Jimmy, K9RFD.
Well, just over a year ago, I was battling COVID too. I spent 7 weeks in a medical facility. First week in FHM Memorial Hospital here in Freeport, and the next 6 weeks in a facility in Belvedere. So, but I was the Friday Night Fun Net was in good hands. Kerry, K9MED, Larry, K9KGT, and Rick. Oh God, that makes it. Rick helped me. They were filled in as net control operators. So they did. K9QDP, that's what it was. Oh, God, that makes me mad, so. But they filled it for me. They did a beautiful job. I made all 3 of them my backup net control operators. So, okay. Okay, and, you prefer the cold weather. Okay, I got you down. What are you doing to keep cool?
Sorry, Jimmy, you were kind of breaking up a little bit. Maybe conditions are changing a bit, but did you ask me a question? Over?
Yes, I did. I was asking you how you are beating the heat. Are you eating ice cream, staying indoors? What do you do?
K9RFD.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I was asking you the question. How are you? Are you eating ice cream? You're drinking cold drinks. How are you doing? What are you doing to beat the heat? Okay, I'll take K9RFD. I'll tell you what. I'll say 7-3. You have a good evening, and thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
KD9EPZ. Charlie 9, Golf Oscar, Larry and Rockford.
Okay, I got 2 more stations checked in. K9EPZL, Rochelle, and H9GO. Larry and Rockton. Okay, Larry, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. KD9EPZ, what's going on with you? This sounds like a stupid question, but I gotta ask anyway. What are you doing to beat the heat?
I've got this handy-dandy countertop ice maker. And it's been working and working and working. Other than that, when it got up up close to 100 the other. And then Wednesday we had a power failure for a few hours. So it really was getting, but when I've got power, I mean, I do have air conditioning, but when it gets that hot, you know, I'm on a little trailer, and I've got too much stuff that makes heat in here. Plus the sun on the roof, I don't have any shade. They cut down my tree about a week ago. So, been using a lot of ice, drinking a lot of ice cold water.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds good. Okay, I'm sure you're not crazy about the heat. Should I put you down as being like the cold weather, or I should put you down as being in between?
Good to hear you. All the time. I'm in between. I like the spring and fall. I just don't like the summer and winter.
North of Washburn, heading south here at the moment. It's over.
Okay, Al, I got you put down that way. So, okay, thank you. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm sure we'll get back to you in a few minutes. There, we'll probably do a little bit of a trivia segment. We'll see what happens. EC9GO, Larry in Rockton. What's going on with you?
The repeater very well.
Hey, Gary. Good evening, Jimmy. And that, well, it's with the heat, we just stay indoors, get air conditioning. But, you know, if we want to go out for a walk, we go out early in the day or just before the sun goes down. I need both those today, which is kind of unusual for me. The other day I had to cut the lawn, so I did that in the morning before things got too bad. But outside of that, we've been just taking it easy there, Jim. How about yourself?
Oh, I've been doing anything. I did a lot of stuff yesterday. Went to the store, got groceries, so I'm good to go for several days yet. And I mostly stayed in today. I did go next door to get my Dr. Pepper there, but that's but that's about it there. So yeah. So are you going to Old Settlers Day this weekend?
But we plan to sit out in the neighbor's driveway and watch the fireworks Sunday night. I doubt that we'll go down and get involved with the mob, but I don't know, a little too old to be pushing and shoving through that. Let's just put it that way. But we're close enough here, Jim, that if the wind's just right, we can even hear the music coming out of there. So and that's good enough for us. With that, we'll pass it back to you there, Jim. Have a good one. AC9GO.
Say downburst. I don't.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net, W9AXD Repeater Rockford transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Okay, sounds good, Al. What are you keeping cool? You eating any ice cream or something like that to beat the heat? And another question I gotta ask: do you like this warm weather, or would you rather have a cold?
Oh, I can take the cold. I think a little better. You can always take your clothes off if it gets too hot. And yeah, one day we did stop the dairy house up here and get some ice cream. They've got the best darn ice cream. Anyhow, so yep, that helped out. That cooled us down a little. AC9GO, back to that.
Okay, I'll put you down as being in the, you prefer cold weather, so okay, sounds good. Larry, 7-3, you have a good evening, and maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the right tune that here in the repeaters, okay? K9G shall be clear, and thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun net.
Please enjoy it, Jim. 73 AC9GO.
What was weird, though...
Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check into the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now.
Over there...
KD9MED.
That is...
K9MED, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Jimmy, we're starting to get a little bit of crosstalk down here in Rochelle from the other repeater.
Okay, what do you want to do? Now, what do you want to do? Should we switch over to 195?
Yeah, if you want to, if we can swing everybody over there. Otherwise, I can keep bringing my squelch up, but it's almost to the point where I'm about ready to cut everybody off.
Okay, I'm gonna, this is K9GCR to all stations at 9:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We are moving the Friday Night Fun net to the 147.195 of repeater. Thanks, Mike. K9GCR will be clear, switching over to 195.
I think it's from somewhere else. And not someone trying to access our repeater would be my guess here at the moment. But, well, I hope they didn't have...
This is KC9GCR, net control of the Friday Night Fun net. We have moved this net to the 147.195 repeater in Rockford, where there's some problems, some sort of bad conditions with the 6-1 repeater, so we will hold the remainder of the net on this repeater. All right, I'm going to do a quick roll call here. K9KCT, Larry, are you with us? K9HKX, Larry in Roscoe, are you with us? AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, did you make the trip? KD9MED, Carrie and Rockford, did you make the trip? N9GBP, Greg, did you make the trip?
I am here.
Okay, sounds good. I think a lot of people have probably left for the night, but okay, sounds good. And of course, K9MED and Mike and Rochelle, did you make the trip?
Yeah, KD9MED, I'm here, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good. W9JTC, Jamie, are you on here? K9Y, I don't think he's going to make the trip. Let's see. KD9VBX, Erica, are you on 195? All right, I guess we're not going to... We'll move on. Let's see. K9E, the other stations, I don't think they made it, so we'll just move on. Al, K9EPZ, are you on 195?
No, I'm not. It's just a figment of my imagination, Jim.
Okay, Al, sounds good. Larry, H9GO, did you make it to 195?
I'm just a figment of Al's imagination. AC9GO.
Okay, sounds good there, Larry. Okay, all are present and accounted for. Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Last station trying to check in, you might want to increase your power. I'm just barely able to copy you.
This is India 9 power squad and Kilo Delta 96 is level engine 195, roger.
Did anybody copy that? I'm just barely copying that station at all. Just a minute. Chad, W9AXD, was that you trying to check in?
Roger, roger, roger.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't call you for the first time because I didn't think you'd be able to make it. So, all right, I've got. Okay, you're already checked in. K9RFD. Are you on 195? Okay. All right. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Last station trying to check in, come back. I not catch that. Come again. Did anybody get that station? I can't hardly copy him at all.
He said Kilo Delta 9. Oh, crap. My memory's not good enough. I understood him. Bring it back. I will repeat it.
Okay, that last station, come back. Al, K9EPZ will relay your check-in. Come back. That last station, come on back. Al, K9EPZ will relay your check-in. Come on back.
Hey Jimmy, it's KD9MED. I was outside on my Go box, seeing if I could make it in there to the repeater or not.
Hey Matt, K9HWK. Hey, you did a great job on the Monday Night Net last night, and thank you for checking me in as an honorary check-in and mentioning the Friday Night Fun Net.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Jimmy, no problem.
Okay, sounds good. I'm asking everybody, what are they doing to beat the heat? Are you eating ice cream, staying indoors, or what are you doing?
Well, when it's really nasty out, I'm inside, staying in the air conditioning. Fortunately, I work in air conditioning, so I have to suffer while the car cools down on the way home. But other than that, when it's really hot like that, I try and stay inside as much as I can, unless there's something I have to do.
Okay, sounds good. We got you. Okay, and I gotta ask you, Matt. Would you rather have this weather, or would you rather have it like at 20 degrees below zero outside?
Well, I take the hottest temperatures over the coldest temperatures. You have to really dress heavy when it's really cold out, and cars don't like to run as well in the really cold weather. I mean, the hot weather is bad for them too, but things just move a little easier when they're up warmer.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, hey, Matt, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and thank you for checking me into the Monday Night Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club net and mentioning the Friday Night Fun Net. 7-3.
Yeah, have yourself a good evening, Jimmy, and everybody else there on the net, Al and all you guys. KD9MED, 7-3.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see where the tally stands now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stations favor the heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 to 4 in favor of the heat. 4 stations favor the cold, 6 to favor the heat. So 6 to 4 in favor of the heat. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 stations in between. Okay. Are there any more stations I'd like to check at the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
SPJ, Scott in Rockford. Yeah, Jimmy, the heat is a little bit overwhelming, and I'm sweaty, so anything over 70 degrees, I become brain dead.
Okay, Scott, and N9SPJ. So okay, so you favor the cold then?
Actually, kind of in the gray area about that. So, yeah, 70 and below is just fine with me. Anything behind 90 degrees, pretty well sucks.
Okay, how do you feel about 20 degrees below zero?
Real fan of it, I can tell you that.
See, you cut yourself off. Say that again.
Saying, Jimmy, 20 below zero is not a real big fan of mine.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do, Scott. I'll put you down as being in between. So, okay. Thanks for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net, and we'll talk to you down the log. I'll have to check to see when the last time we were on this repeater. There was some bad conditions are starting to get a little bit screwy. That's why we moved you here. So, okay, Scott. Hey, thank you for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you down the log.
KC9GCRN9SBJ. Okay, Jimmy, you take care, have a good night, and we'll talk to you later down the log.
Okay, sounds good. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time, please call now. Okay, the latest information, let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stations in favor of the heat. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stations like the cold. 6 to 4 in favor of the heat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stations are in between. So, okay, sounds good. At this time, any more stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay. I think what we're going to do, I'm not going to take too much time with this, but we're going to do a short trivia segment next Friday on the special field day edition of Friday Night Fun Net. We're going to do a trivia segment. This is for those who are planning on taking the BE testing test, taking the test next Saturday, July 25th at the Ogle County Airport. That's where they're having field day activities, and there's going to be a BE testing session down there. So, okay, we'll give you a quick preview of next Friday here. So, okay. First question. What is the most common use of the reverse split function of a VHF-UHF transceiver? A. Reduce power output. B. Increase power output. C. Listen on the repeater's input frequency. D. Listen on the repeater's output frequency. What is the most common use of the reverse split function of the VHF-UHF transceiver? A. Reduce power output. B. Increase power output. C. Listen on the repeater's input frequency. D. Listen on the repeater's output frequency. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
C9GO, I say D.
Did you if you said that D Delta?
Right, D Delta.
Okay, sorry, Larry, that's not correct. But hey, thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
KD9APZ at C, Charlie.
Yes, you are correct, Al. You are correct. What is the most common use of the reverse split function of a VHF-UHF transceiver? Correct answer. C, Charlie. Listen on the repeater's input frequency. Many radios have a reverse split function that swaps the transmit and receive frequencies. This enables you to listen for the other station on the repeater's input frequency. The ham radio lies to manual page 6-6. Okay. We'll find another one here. How fast does a radio wave let's do that again. How fast does a radio wave travel through free space? A, at the speed of light. B, at the speed of sound. C, its speed is inversely proportional to its wavelength. D, its speed increases as the frequency increases. How fast does a radio wave travel through free space? A, at the speed of light. B, at the speed of sound. C, its speed is inversely proportional to its wavelength. D, its speed increases as the frequency increases. Anybody correct to answer this question?
A alpha, KD9MED, speed of light.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. How fast does a radio wave travel through the free space? Correct answer is A alpha at the speed of light. All radio waves travel at the speed of light. We're represented by the lowercase c in whatever medium they are traveling, such as air. Ham radio license manual page 2-5. All right, we'll find another one here. Okay. What is the basic unit of inductance? A, the coulomb. B, the farad. C, the Henry. D, the ohm. What is the basic unit of inductance? A, the coulomb. B, the farad. C, the Henry. D, the ohm. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KC9ICH. The correct answer is Charlie.
KC9ICH, Robert, you are correct. You are correct. What is the basic unit of inductance? Correct answer is C, Charlie, the Henry. Hey, Robert, welcome to the net there. Let me check you in. We haven't heard you in a while. What is going on with you?
Yeah, I had a outpatient surgery this morning at the hospital. I'm kind of recovering in a lot of pain, so hopefully the test results come out okay. So, yeah, according to the temperature questions, I like 55 degrees. That's perfect for me.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I'll put you down as such a KC9ICH. I'll put you down as cold. Okay, how are you beating the heat? Are you eating ice cream, or what? Or how you beating the heat?
Well, the air conditioner's been running for 2 days straight, so I'm just sitting here on the couch, chilling out. That's what I do. I try not to go outside too much in the summer because I've got severe allergies. So, yep, I just keep those furnace filters clean and keep the air conditioner running.
Okay, hey, sounds good, Robert. Hey, this is a pleasant surprise. Thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, and we'll catch you on the Saturday Night Rag Chew Net tomorrow night with Larry K9KZG as your net control. And we'll try not to key up so quickly so you can get in.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KC9ICH, back to net.
Okay, here's where we stand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stations like the cold. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's tied between the heat at 5 to 5 heat versus the cold. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 stations are in between. Okay. That's where we stand now. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, continuing on with the trivia segment. What are we going to do? All right. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions all the time. So, all right. Oh, good God. I don't know how many use digital or not, but I'll read this question in just a minute. All right. How is a computer's sound card used when conducting digital communications? A. The sound card communicates between the computer's CPU and the video display. B. The sound card records the audio frequency for video display. C. The sound card provides audio to the radio's microphone input and converts the received audio to digital form. D. All these choices are correct. How is a computer's sound card used when conducting digital communications? A. The sound card communicates between the computer CPU and the video display. B. The sound card records the audio frequency for video display. C. The sound card provides audio to the radio's microphone input and converts received audio to digital form. D. All these choices are correct. Those of you who use this kind of communications and know the correct answer to this question by heart. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
K9APZ, C is from Charlie.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. How is a computer sound card used when conducting digital communications? The correct answer is C, Charlie. The sound card provides audio to the radio's microphone input and converts received audio to digital form. Speaking of digital communications, Dave, the N9DLB here in Freeport, has a node set up so anybody who's using the wires X can communicate with any station. It's on 145.645. It's a simplex frequency. I repeat, 145.645. If anybody wants to communicate via the wires X or the digital mode, Dave, N9DLB has that set up. He turns it on early in the morning, and he shuts it down at 9 o'clock. So don't try to make any contact tonight because that digital mode is off the air now. But if you want to communicate via the digital, that's where to go. Okay. All right. Okay. I think this is going to be a short trivia segment anyway. So I think we'll read more questions tomorrow night. Next Friday night. Before the VE testing session on Saturday down in Ogle County. All right. What does a dummy load consist of? A high-gain amplifier and a TR switch. B, a non-inductive resistor and a heat sink. C, a low-voltage power supply and a DC relay. D, a 50-ohm reactance used to terminate a transmission line. What does a dummy load consist of? A high-gain amplifier and a TR switch. B, a non-inductive resistor and a heat sink. C, C, a low voltage power supply and a DC relay. D, a 50 ohm reactance used to terminate a transmission line. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
KC9ICH. Correct answer is beta B, resistive.
You are correct, Robert. You are correct. What does a dummy load consist of? The correct answer is B, Bravo, a non-inductive resistor and a heat sink. Okay, that will do it for Friday Night Fun. That's trivia for this week. Like I said, we'll read more questions on the tech or general and the extra portions next Friday night. Okay, any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun then? Please call now.
KD9QVW.
KD9QVW. Hello, Angelo. What's going on with you?
Oh, not too much, Jimmy. I just thought I'd jump in and say hello really quick before I go out for a dog walk. While I'm here, I figure I'd give you a quick DX report. The last week has been pretty hot into Europe on 20 meters at night. I got Switzerland and Italy. It's been a lot of fun on 20.
That's great. I heard S5 1DX in Slovenia last night too. I contacted him and another station there a while back. Have you ever talked to that station before?
It's funny you mentioned that. S51DX was actually my first actual DX contact beyond just getting Cuba.
That's great. That's wonderful. Okay, I got a couple questions I want to ask you before I let you go with your dog. How are you beating the heat? Are you eating ice cream, drinking lemonade, or what?
Well, unfortunately, the shop at the dealership has no air conditioning in the shop, so we have the manager's really nice, and he keeps the fridge full of Gatorade and the freezer full of ice cream.
Okay, sounds good. That's great that he does that. Okay, one more question. Do you like this 95 to 100 degree weather, or would you rather have it 20 degrees below zero?
That's a tough call. I don't mind either one because the warm is nice for doing stuff outside, but I also enjoy ice fishing when it's 20, 30 below zero, so I'd say it's a toss-up for me, Jimmy.
Okay, Angela, I'll put you down as being in between then. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. I better let you go so you can walk the dog. Thanks for checking in.
All right, Jimmy, good night. KD9QVW, 73.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, here's where we stand now. Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stations in favor of the heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a minute. I better count this up again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stations in favor of the heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's tied 5 to 5 between the heat and the cold. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stations are in between. Okay. Any more stations would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Hello, Dean.
Hi, Jimmy. Got down here, and I must have made it in time. I hope. K9FLO here.
Yeah, you made it. We don't close down till shortly after 10 o'clock, or maybe even later, so depending on how many check-ins I get during the 10 o'clock hour.
Well, good. I'm being prompt tonight for a change instead of right on the fine line there, Jimmy. So how's it going tonight? How's check-ins going?
Well, your check-in number 22 is running about. It's usually running about normal. I've had no early check-ins and no internet check-ins, or nobody's checked it over the phones. That's all. All check-ins are been on the radio so far, so it's a good turnout tonight.
Very good. How's everything going over there in Freeport? How's the old Union Dairy doing?
Well, I haven't been there for a while, but I'm sure they're doing a land office business with this. I'm sure they did this week, and next week when the heat comes back, they'll be doing a land office business. They'll be busy for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. I haven't been there in a long time, but that's because I have to almost get a hotel room when I come over that part of the state. Very good. So what's happening? What's our? We have a question for the night or anything like that, or something like that? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm having two questions. Well, the first question is, how are you handling the heat? Are you eating any ice cream, staying indoors, or what are you doing?
Well, good, no problem. Enjoying it very much. But this is, I was going to tell you information for you tonight. Starting today, we are at 15 hours and 17 minutes of daylight, and we'll stay at that period of daylight until the 26th of June. And then on the 27th, we'll lose a minute, and the season will be changing. So there's your tidbit of information for the net there. So today we start the longest days of the year, daylight-wise, day length I should call it, otherwise, day length, and then we start shortening up. Our last day will be the 26th. So what do you think of that?
Yeah, I know. Like first day of summer, it's usually the longest day of the year anyway. That comes up. That'll be on the 21st. So, yeah. And speaking of which, that's what are you? How are you handling the heat? Eating ice cream, and or staying indoors, or staying in an air conditioned house or whatever, or what are you doing?
Well, the ice cream part of it's not on the menu anymore, but the heat and our air conditioning, all that, you bet, hasn't been too bad this year. We had all new heating and air conditioning installed last fall, and had all new windows brought up and updated and everything else. So we're doing pretty good this year. It's kind of nice. We're enjoying it. Even though the gas and electric bills have gone up, but got a feeling if we hadn't done what we had done, we'd be probably pretty miserable by this time there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, the second question. Do you like the 95 to 100 degree weather, or would you rather have like the 20 degrees below zero?
20 years ago, I would have said I'd go with a lower temperature. Now, the body doesn't work as good as it used to, so I kind of like the warmth instead. I don't really mind the warm temperatures here. I like our temperature range better than I do my family. A lot of family lives down in Florida, and they all, oh, it's wonderful down there, but that's just too much. That's too long. So I do like the seasons. I don't have no complaints about that, and I don't even warmth. I don't mind that at all.
I don't, the body's changed. It doesn't, when I was young, boy, I tell you what, I'd go out and do anything out in the yard, be sweating like I'll get out, and now I don't even sweat, so that's probably telling me something else too. But unlike the years ago, the things we do outside now are other than mowing and planting flowers and things exciting like that. That's about it. Oh, and washing the car once in a while too. How about that? KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put you down in the heat column there. So, okay. Since you're getting older, you like the heat better. So, okay. I had the pleasure of being down in Florida back in the from mid-May to early part of June 1973. My sister, my brother-in-law used to live down there. They're both dead now. They lived in Boca Raton. I flew down there on Delta Airlines. I'm going to tell you, every day of I was down there, it was just like midsummer here, like very hot and humid. I remember for 5 days straight, they had the air conditioner running day and night. And when it rained, it didn't even cool things off at all. It just made the humidity get higher.
Very true. Very true. Yep. So I guess maybe that's why I like it here better, because when we have something like that happen, we usually don't have the just staying humid all the time. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, and that way down in Florida. Oh well. I guess I need to get out more, Jimmy.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, are you going to Old Settlers Days there in Rockton this weekend?
No. Gosh, I used to go to that years ago, but no, I won't go to it. That's for the young people that like loud music and all that other stuff. And yeah, no, that's kind of history now. We can go over to one of the nearby restaurants and sit there and listen to it, I guess. But yeah, we used to go to it. Always enjoyed it, but it was usually one of those deals where it would be wonderful, hot, humid, and all the other stuff, or rain. And half the time, our luck was usually the rain. The storms would come in the evening and that. So, but you know, we're kind of beyond that now. We're more we've moved into the old fart category there, Jimmy.
Okay. It's mostly I think it's mostly a country music band's playing. There's no rock and roll involved. So okay, but yeah, it sounds good there. So well, okay. Hey, Dean, pleasure talking to you. Have a good night. And next Friday night we're going to be talking about Field Day. We're going to ask everybody what their good plans are for Field Day and what have you. So. With that, I'll say some of the reasons you have a good evening, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net.
All right, Jimmy, you're right, absolutely true, and I probably won't be here because I'll be out at the Field Day site doing all that good type stuff there. That'd be we do our setup on Friday night, and then of course I'll be out there Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, look forward to it each year. Hopefully Mother Nature be gentle to us, and everybody else out there have a good time. It's a once-a-year event. Take advantage of it. The clubs do a lot of work to make this stuff happen, and we sure appreciate whatever club you belong to be able to get out there and just say hi to everybody out there. That's it, Jimmy. Take care. 7-3, KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good there. Next, looking at the 10-day forecast, they say next Friday or next Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be very hot again. Up 80s to low 90s and a little chance of rain. So you'll be good to go next weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
like to hear that. I'll tell you what, we were at one year we had it there, and Saturday night, Mother Nature just the environment, and we had horrendous winds come in and rains and all that. But that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. We haven't had it since, but most of the time it's pretty good. You know, we're at that point in the season that we're getting into the hot, dry period, but we all have a pretty good time doing it. Now that's at the Blight Club, and I know Kurt's going to be setting up down here, and you guys should have a lot of fun. All people, everybody on there listening, and we, you know, that's something we got to keep going. We just, as hams, that's an important event, and I realize the purpose of it, and just it's a good thing to do, and do the fellowship and all that stuff there, Jimmy. All right, I'll let you get back to the net there, Jimmy. Take care, 7-3. Talk at you later. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, Dean. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be catching you on the. We'll be listening for you on the Tuesday evening Rock County Aries Races Net. So 7-3. Talk to you later. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net of the W9AXD Repeater, K9RFD Repeater Rock. We're transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, this is a true story about what happened in field days several years ago. We were out at Flagstaff Hill at Crape Park. That's where we used to have field day. We see reports that there was a major storm system headed our way. So we disconnected everything, all the antennas and stuff. Well, I'll tell you what. Fortunately, it missed us. It changed course and headed down towards Ogle County, down in Oregon. They were having their field day activities, and I'll tell you what. Instead of disconnecting their equipment down there, this is a true story. Instead of disconnecting their equipment, they kept on making contact. So I'll tell you what, that storm hit the Ogle County Fairgrounds, a lightning strike hit an antenna, it took out an ICOM radio. And when Scott Halshouse, W9SPA, he was our EC at the time, heard about that, he said, this is why we disconnect our antennas when we hear a storm's coming. Okay. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, let me give you a rundown of all the other nets in the area. In exactly 10 minutes at 10 p.m. If you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. That's a CFMC 440 machine. Night watch will be getting underway. That net is held 7 nights a week. Last night, I'm happy to report the conditions were good. I was able to hear all the first few minutes they kept going in and out, but the latter part of that, the conditions were perfect. So that's I don't know how many check-ins they're going to have tonight. Sometimes I think they got done between 11 and 11:30 last night, but that's a good net. If you cannot get into that repeater, you can get into that net via the Echo Link. Again, that's the Night Watch net on 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. They'll be getting underway in exactly 10 minutes. Again, you cannot get into that repeater. You can get in via Echo Link. So, okay. Don't forget that tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater, we got the Saturday evening rag tune net. Larry, K9KCT will be net control. And I don't know what we'll be talking about tomorrow. We go around 2 or 3 times to talk about different stuff. Last week it was about field day. It ended up we talking about emergency communications. Lloyd, K9RFD, EC for the region 2 down in Whiteside County that checked in. He told us all about the emergency, the communications, and what have you. Oh, and speaking of Lloyd, K9APW, Sunday afternoon, I should say, at 4:30 p.m. on 3.905 megahertz at 7580 meters, Illinois statewide Aries net is held. It's let's see, Lloyd, K9APW calls it by counties. Any station like Stark, Stevenson, what have you county, Winnebago County. Well, that's statewide, so they have a lot of quite a few net control stations for each district in Illinois that check in. That net is held on the first and third Sundays of each month at 4:30 p.m. on 3905. Well, of course, they have an earlier net on 40 meters. I don't have the frequency in front of me right now, in case. So that's before the other net. So Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Oh, just a minute. Before I mention that, immediately following the Saturday evening rag-tune net, there is a Saturday night fun net, which is held each and every Saturday evening at 9 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. That is a PL of 127.3 minus offset. That net is a lot more structured than this one. You got to check in a certain way, and some of the topics they talk about I wouldn't even consider bringing up on this net. Okay, now we're on the right track. Greene County Aries Races net beats each and every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, Wisconsin, PL 123.0 minus offset. Scott, K9YI, who were checked in this net earlier, is net control of that net. It's a combination Aries Races and rag-tune net. Last week, they only lasted about a half hour, so they didn't have very many check-ins, so that's what happened. Let's see. Big Thunder Amp Radio coupled to Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with a PL of 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 minus offset. Shouldn't have any problem getting into Sterling. That antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Okay. Oh yeah, at 8:30 they just started up the Savannah net again. That is held at 8:30 p.m. on Sunday evenings on the 147.135 repeater in Savannah. That has a PL of 107.2 plus offset. Those of you, I'm sure you remember when Earl Martin, W9KKJ, used to run the old Palisades Amateur Radio Club net at 8 p.m. on that repeater. At that time, that repeater didn't have any PL, and a lot of the old-time hammer operators didn't want to have anything to do with PL. Okay, Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater in Rockford. PL 114.8 minus offset. The Rockford Amateur Radio Club, the Rah-Rah, we hold the Monday evening Rah-Rah info net. I ran the net this past Monday, and Larry, K9KCT will run the net this coming Monday. We had 14 check-ins to that night. I think actually 13 check-ins, but I checked it out, K9EPZ, so 14 check-ins. That's great. We need more stations checking in on that Monday night rah-rah net. That net has been around for many, many, many years. We sure hate to see that net go by the board, so do start checking in that Monday night rah-rah net. Okay. The Lee County Aries Races group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL of 82.5 minus offset. Immediately following that net at 8:30 p.m., the Kishwaukee Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in the Cal with a PL 100.0 minus offset. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. we got two nets going on. So we got the first of the two rah-rah Elton Tech nets on this repeater at 7 p.m. On Tuesdays. Larry H9GO is net control of the Tuesday evening net, and I handle the duties as net control on the Thursday evening net on this repeater. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, if anybody has any technical questions. And ladies and gentlemen, I have some sad news to report. It is with deep regret that I announce that the North America Long Wires net, which was formerly held at 8 p.m. on 28.390 megahertz, 10 meters upper sideband with Rick at K9QDP, will no longer be held due to a lack of participation. That is a shame too. The powers that be that run the North America Long Wires club decided to discontinue it, and that's a shame too. After all we did on the Friday Night Fun net a couple years ago, asking everybody if they would like to see a 10-meter net being held. So that's a shame when we get a net going and nobody participates. Okay, I also want to mention about the other net at 7 p.m. on the Tuesday. I almost forgot. The Rock County Aries Races net is held on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville with a PL 123.0 minus offset. That's on at the same time as the Tuesday evening held in TechNet. Tuesday evenings at 9 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with PL 146.2 plus offset. The Ogle County Amateur Radio net for every Skywarn is held. After the net, they've been talking about field days, what their plans are doing. So, immediately following that net on Tuesday, that'll be the last rag chewing, talking about what they're going to do for field day down at in Ogle County, at the Ogle County Airport. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Steve County Aries net. I'm the net control operator. And immediately following that net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit with the PL 123.0 plus offset. Greater Beloit Aft Radio Cup holds its Wednesday evening net. At 8 p.m. here on this repeater. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. At this moment, the Winnebago County Jail is going on lockdown. I remember K9MED was carrying me, telling me he was listening to the jail frequencies on the scanner, and they were exactly at 10 o'clock. They go into lockdown, so lockdown, Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown. Okay, continue on the Friday Night Fun Net. Let's see, as I was saying, Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus all said we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 repeater, and I share the duties of net control operator. I ran the net this past Wednesday, and you'll do the net next Wednesday. I don't think. Well, how many check-ins did I have? About 7 or 9 check-ins. Oh well. Okay, and again, Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. here on this repeater, we have the second Health and Tech Net with yours truly, K9GCR. On HF, we got the C9 Net, which is held between 1,400 and 1,500 hours on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters, upper side band with Chuck, WD9BB is your net control station. Okay, you're all caught up today on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local ham radio clubs, and if your local repeaters, you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED with an internet check-in.
Go ahead with your internet check-in there, Mike.
All right, Jimmy, please check in Stephen, Kilo Delta 9er, Quebec, Delta Sierra. Kilo Delta 9er, Quebec, Delta Sierra.
Stephen, Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Delta Sierra, we've got you checked in. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m., usually on the 146.610 repeater, but tonight we're holding it on the 147.195 repeater due to conditions on the 6.1 repeater. Thank you very much, Stephen, for checking in. Okay, are there any more stations that would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Oh yeah, this case on G-Star net control of the Friday Night Fun Net. I forgot to tell you, I like the hot weather. Of course, yeah, everybody knows that. So that's it. So, okay. Now I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central and follow the instructions. You'll be in business. Mike, K9MED, is recording this net for future replay on the Facebook page. Follow the instructions. You can listen to this net, a replay of this net, or the past Friday Night Fun Nets. Every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. So you can listen to Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week. Okay. Okay, now I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. Local Freeport number, we've had no check-ins, so hotline check-ins tonight. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. When I'm transmitting, you hear it ring. That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that the phony baloney cell phone ring. Don't they sound terrible? Okay. Okay, are there any more stations you'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay, you know what I almost forgot to do? I almost forgot to do the amateur's code. I'm going to skip the DX code of conduct and the contractor's code of ethics. We'll definitely read them next Friday night during the special field day edition of Friday Night Fun Net. But here we go with the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. The amateur is progressive. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. Is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows his interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And last but not least, 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony, K9RFD, our EC here at Stevens County used to say, is something not only to live by on the radio, but throughout life itself. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. We have more stations like to check in. Please call now. Okay, does anybody have any additional questions, comments, or input, or any traffic they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, I want to thank the members of the RARA, the Board of Directors, Kurt, KD9MED, the RARA President, and for allowing me to use the 6-1 Repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. And I also want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustee of this repeater, for allowing us to use the Friday Night Fun Net when we can't use the 6-1 Repeater. I'm going to run down the list of stations I've checked in so far. 89VU, K9KCT, K9QPL, K9HKX, K9MW, K9MAP, N9GBP, K9MED. We're recording, live streaming this net around the world on the internet and recording it for future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. K9RGG, Norm, W9JTC, K9YI, K9VBX, W9HF, N9IGP. Next, I want to thank Al, K9EPC in Rochelle. We're checking in. Larry, K89GO. Myself, K9GCR, net control. K9HWK, Matt down Sycamore, Illinois. One of the net control operators for the Kitchwaukee Amateur Radio Cup Monday evening net, which meets at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 Repeater in DeKalb, PL 100.0 minus offset. K9SPJ Scott at the beautiful Rockberry Yacht Club, downtown Rockford. Thank you for checking in. K9ICH Robert, K9QVW Angelo, K9FLO Dean Roscoe, and my one and only internet checking, KD9QDS Stephen. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22 on-air check-ins, 1 internet check-in. That leaves a grand total of 23 check-ins. Not bad for a Friday night. Okay, at this time, any more stations would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, Tony. C. Tony is our EC here in Stevenson County. N9TAB. This is Tracy. It's better to have an HC honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kitchewalkie River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Okay, A9, Sugar Fox. HC honorary check-in. Okay, and K9FEO, Justin, HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard in Belvedere. N9ZO. He came up with the topic for tonight's net there. So, what are you doing to beat the heat and what have you? So, okay. Okay. AC9JZ. HC honorary check-in. W9KLG, Kevin, HC honorary check-in. I gotta find out where I'm gonna get that desk mic, okay? Okay. WX9RLT, Ricky, HC honorary check-in. I should talk to him. I should see if he wants to be EC for Winnebago County. Okay, all right. And, KD9LOA, HC honorary check-in. Okay, and John, KD9OVJ, John McCown. He just passed his test for firefighter EMT. And he'll be an EMT for Lemons Ambulance Service in Lena, Illinois. And he's also a volunteer for the McConnell Fire Department. He's also going to be an EMR, or an emergency medical responder for the Orangeville Fire Department. I told him he's going to have 2 different pagers for to monitor 2 different frequencies and 2 different bands. Now you'll need 3 pagers. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Bob. N9VXK. HC honorary check-in. 34 check-ins. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, and the next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure that you tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk beyond the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your bartenders, your waiters, your waitresses at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your new car dealer. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your cashier when you go go to withdraw money from the bank. And be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter, your local post office, you want to buy stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives. Your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday night fun. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you clench your fists or take a knee while the national anthem is being played, sorry, we don't take your check-ins. If you, okay, if you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. Sorry, that's just the way it is here. Okay, this is the final results of the survey we did. I'm going to do some counting here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stations like the heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 the stations detect they like cold weather. Let me reset. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stations are in between. So, the final results, 6 to 5 in favor of the Heat. The winner and still champion, the Heat. Yay! The Heat wins it out every time. This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun, the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun in Central and Freeport. This concludes our main business for the night. I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great subject. What are you doing to beat the heat? And do you like the hot weather or the cold weather? So with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With or without traffic, please call K9 GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, this concludes the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, June 17, 2022. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, for our annual Field Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to ask everybody what are you going to do for Field Day. It's going to be a fun time. Until then, this is Jim, K9 GCR, and I control the Friday Night Fun Net. Now closing down this Friday, June 17, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and returning the repeater in the frequency normal amateur radio use. At 10:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 19 minutes Zulu time with a total of 34 check-ins. 7-3 everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow night in the Saturday Rank 2 Net. If not, we'll talk to you next week. This is K9 GCR wishing you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3. K9MED, K9MED, K9 GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it. I had the 34 check-ins, and it was a 2 hour, 19-minute net.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. We're going to go ahead and post the live stream. It's KD9MED clear.
Okay, Mike, thanks for all you do. We'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you next week. K9 GCR, we clear. Good night.